All right. Well, we were talking about social media and streaming video and all that kind of stuff. Talking about Danzig streaming video.
Right.
Everybody. Well, I shouldn't say everybody. I should say mostly the youngins, the young folk.
Mm-hmm.
This social media is the center of their world.
Right.
I don't know if you've heard this or not.
Okay.
But these young people, especially young women, they're getting naked online.
I'm aware.
You are?
I'm aware of people getting naked on online. Hell yes.
Well, I'm talking like school age girls, either teenage or even early college age girls.
Some college, sure. There's all those, barely 18.
Yeah,
sites.
but these girls aren't being paid. They're just, doing
the hell of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's happening now is people are capturing this video,
mm-hmm.
and now it's called sextortion.
Sextortion?
Have you heard this?
I have not heard this.
Sextortion, growing online problem worldwide, victimizes two George Mason students.
Okay. Can't wait to hear how this is anybody's fault but theirs. But
well, again, and I agree with you, but it's amazing that these girls will get naked and then somebody will record it and then they go, ah, ha, ha, I got your naked video and I'm going to send it to your parents.
Yeah.
You know, unless you cough up some cash.
Mm-hmm. I got to imagine a lot of people are doing that in divorce settlements. That's how they're squeezing money out of people.
Sure.
Saying, look, I'll sell this picture of you fucking your neighbor or something.
Right.
Instead of me.
Two students at George Mason University have become the latest victims of sextortion, in which people send sexually explicit photos or videos of themselves to someone over the internet and then are extorted for money by the recipient in exchange for not distributing them further. The university police said Monday in an alert distributed to GMU students and staff.
Wow. I have a problem thinking that that's illegal, though.
What's that?
Why would that be illegal? If they willingly gave you the video, you can do whatever you want with it.
True.
You don't
but this goes to the whole trust issue that I'm just doing this for you.
Oh yeah, but I agree with you. But the police being involved, that's bullshit.
Well, but it's the extortion part. It's not the video part. It's the extortion part.
Okay, even that doesn't seem too
but you can't. But see, that's racketeering and extortion. That falls under the RICO Act.
Does it really?
Yes, absolutely. That you're holding someone hostage for money, extorting money from them.
Yeah.
But look at that former Speaker of the House, Denny Hastert.
I know you're right, but
he just got sent up for 13 years for this.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like that should really be illegal.
It is illegal, though.
I know. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like it should be. Because they willingly gave you the video.
It's not the video. It's the extortion part.
Yeah, but
you can extort people for other things, not specifically video, but for other things.
Just seems like if the video's public, it's just like if Vivid Video has Celebrity X on a sex tape, they're not held, they're not held up by a legal statute, are they? I mean, they always find a way to release those.
They release them, but they're not extorting money from the star.
But I'm sure they go to the star and say, when they get it from like the star's boyfriend or something, and say, look, give us X and we'll give you the tape back. They don't just give them the tape for free, do they? Like the ones that don't get shown?
Yeah, but the thing is that when you're a public figure, it's one thing.
Okay.
Because when you're a public figure,
mm-hmm.
you're open to criticism, stories, this, that, and
yeah,
people
giving up your privacy,
more or less, yes.
right?
But when you're a private citizen, and then somebody says, unless you come up with X amount of dollars, I'm going to do the X.
Right.
Well, we did a story. What was it, last week, about the one girl who posted her girlfriend, her former friend's naked pictures online, and she got arrested.
Yeah. Well, seems like if they make it public, then it should be allowed.
But you said make it public, like you and I are connected via the Skype right now,
right? Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the only people who could see it is you and me if we were running video.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
if I was recording you and you were doing something lewd, and I said, "Hey, Chris, I got your lewd video over here. I recorded it.
Right.
I'm going to send it to, I don't know,
my mom or whatever.
Well, your mom, or I'm going to send it to the city of where's your pinball? Aliquippa, and said, "Hey, this is what your upstanding business owner's doing."
Right.
That would be extortion.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm threatening to ruin you as a person and ruin your livelihood.
Right.
By revealing something that was just given to me personally. If you were to do something online, the chat room wouldn't be able to see you.
Right. Sure. No, I get it. I get it. I guess technically it's right. It just seems, maybe it's just me who doesn't give a shit about anything.
Well, I agree, but these girls are not coerced to get naked online.
Yeah, that's my point. They're doing it by them. They're volunteering.
I agree, but that you can't hold them hostage or threaten them and say, you come across with $500 or else. Mm-hmm. That's extortion.
Right, I get it.
Just last month, the Justice Department declared in a new report that sextortion is by far the most significantly growing threat to children.
Wow.
With more than 60% of survey respondents indicating this type of online enticement of minors was increasing. Minors were increasing. The department performed a national child exploitation threat assessment by surveying investigators, prosecutors, analysts, and victim service providers to determine the biggest threats in child sexual exploitation.
Wow.
That's just amazing to me, because you and I both know when we were growing up,
yeah,
getting a girl to take her top off or even flash you her boobs was like monumental.
Yeah, letting you feel them.
Yeah.
Dude, that was tough. But
apparently these chicks are just getting naked.
No.
Hey, got the camera on. Show me a little something.
Yeah. Well, it does seem, too, with all the stories that we read, too, that the chicks are just willing to suck cock at a young age. Man, you remember when we were kids? Fuck. It was way harder to get a girl to blow you than to fucking actually bang her.
Sure.
Way harder.
But these chicks are just doing it online for nothing.
They don't care. They're all in.
Yeah, because look at me. Somebody's paying attention to me.
Yeah, look at how hot I am.
Yeah.
Wow.
At Mason, police said that the unidentified suspect had gained the trust. There it is right there. They had gained the trust of two students over the web in the past week, then enticed them. How do you entice somebody? Hey, take your shirt off. No, I don't want to. Come on, do it for me.
Please.
No, I'm not doing that. Come on, take your shirt off.
But I love you. Oh, okay.
I bet you got some big boobs under that shirt. Can I see? No, you can't see. I can tell your nipples are hard. Let me see. No.
Please.
All right, I'll just do it this once, but you can't tell anybody. Oh, I promise. I'll just keep it to myself. So then entice them to broadcast sex acts through their webcams.
And they did.
The suspects then recorded the footage of the victims. They're victims, all right.
Victims.
Cap, see, this is just so far beyond. I am so freaking glad
that you don't have any.
That I never had children.
Oh, I know, it's a bad time.
So like, this is just such a bad age to have had kids.
It is tough, dude.
Captain Brian R. Cosby, interesting last name, Cosby.
Yeah.
Cozby, Cosby.
No relation.
No relation, spelled differently.
Behavior.
Right? Same behavior, different. Captain Brian R. Cosby wrote in the email and threatened to circulate the videos on the internet unless the victims paid $5,000.
Wow. Where is a high school kid going to come up with 5 Gs?
I don't know. GMU officials declined to release any other information about the case, including where the university police are enlisting any other law enforcement to help to find the suspects or what was being done for the victimized. See, I have a tough time with that.
Yeah.
The victimized students.
Because you gave them the video.
Yeah.
So if this guy puts it out there for free, that's not a crime? I mean, obviously the child porn part of it would be, but let's just say it was a kid that just turned 18.
Sure. I think if you put it out there, but you did not threaten them ahead of time.
If you just say, I hate this bitch, but I banged her once.
Yeah. And you put it out there, but you didn't contact her first and say, I'm putting this out there unless you come across with $5,000.
Like, this is my bitch ex-wife or whatever.
Sure.
At least then that would be legal.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't understand how this all works, really.
Well, somehow, again, it's this gaining this trust.
Yeah.
And saying, yeah, show me your snapper. And she does some shit on video, and you're recording it, and then you go, hi, I got your video. I'm going to show it to everybody. I'm going to release it to the world. You need to cough up $5,000 or else.
Right. So that's illegal. But if you just put it out there and said, oops, I let that go.
Yeah.
Then that's not a problem.
Then it would become a civil case, I think,
yeah.
Because then they'd have to say, hey, you released something that was just meant for your eyes only.
Right. I couldn't help it. Same as this. I'm the victim here.
Yeah.
Somebody hacked my phone.
Sure. So anyway, university spokesman Michael Sandler said the investigation was continuing in releasing a new national strategy for child exploitation prevention and interdiction in April.
It's called taking their iPhones from them until they pay for it themselves.
Yeah, listen, you can't do this anymore. You can't use social media responsibly. You can't use digital stuff responsibly, so you can't have this.
Wouldn't the solution just be give them a flip phone? Problem solved.
Yes. And releasing a new, blah, 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 in April, the Justice Department made clear that sextortion, has numerous tragic consequences.
Oh, boy, here we go.
The threat of sextortion directed toward children is not just restricted to the immediate sexual and emotional abuse imposed by the offender on their victims.
Yeah.
The report found sextortion victims engage in cutting, have depression, drop out of school or grades decline, as well as engaging in other forms of self-harm at the alarming rate.
Oh, dude, and I'm going to be honest, dude. I'm going to get serious for a minute here. I think your mocking of this sextortion is a little bit wrong. Clearly, this is tied into the transgender thing. Because clearly, these kids are just confused, and they're trying to find their identity because they don't know if they're men or women.
Okay.
So they're taking off their clothes and sending pictures back and forth to try and get their peers to help them find their gender identity.
Is that what it all boils down to?
And clearly people like you are just hurtful bullies.
I'm a bigot.
You are absolutely a hurtful bigot.
Right.
And a bully. Let's not forget the other B word.
I'm going to actually, Sammy Lee from Red Rain actually owns a T-shirt, and I'm going to have him say that, proud to be a bigot and a bully.
We should make those on our newest.
I think that's what we should do.
Proud
the
to be
home of the bigots and the bullies.
Or just, I like having two shirts. One that says proud to be a bully, and another one that says proud to be a bigot.
Right.
Classic metal show.
There. Yeah.
I like that. Do you like that?
I do.
I think I'm going to make those.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
I like those too.
Proud to be a bigot. I think those would sell well.
I think they would probably do okay.
Sure. In fact, a 2015 FBI analysis of 43 sextortion cases involved child victims revealed at least 2 victims committed suicide and at least 10 more attempted suicides. It's like, if anybody sees this, I'm just going to kill myself.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Molly Ringwald said in 16 Candles when she was filling out that sex survey?
Right.
She says, if anybody finds that, I could just shit twice and die.
Right.
I think that's what's going to happen. These kids are going to shit twice and die.
Right.
Thus, at least 28% of the cases had at least one sextortion victim who committed or attempted suicide. Okay. Now, we know at least I'm aware since the 70s anyway, that teenage suicide was a problem then.
Right.
So is teenage suicide in this instance, is this more of a problem, or are they saying that because of this teenage suicide took place? Because teenage suicide is not new.
No.
And it happened prior to the digital age.
Yeah, but dude, now it's all about bullying. Back then, it was just weakness.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Those kids were just weak.
Well, this is what I want to know is, has teenage suicide percentages increased?
I don't know.
See, that's my question, because I remember even back in the 70s, there was a couple of songs about teenage suicide.
Right.
You know, it wasn't the Kick song, Don't Close Your Eyes.
Is that about that?
That's about teenage suicide.
Did not know that.
So my question is teenage suicide more prevalent among quote unquote victims of this kind of thing? Is it higher now? That's what I want to know.
I'm sure the libtards will tell you yes.
Well, I want to know facts.
Well, then don't lean to the left.
No, absolutely not. A 13-year-old girl named Amanda Todd is among the best-known victims of sextortion. In 2010, the Canadian girl...
Wait a minute. Stop. She's one of the best-known victims.
Yeah, she's one of the best-known victims.
All right, well, at least she's getting some notoriety out of it.
Mm-hmm. In 2010, the Canadian girl showed her breasts.
What?
Breasts. During a video chat on the web.
How old is she?
13 at the time, I guess.
That's just wrong.
The recipient then messaged her on Facebook and demanded more or else.
Or else.
When Todd refused to cooperate, the recipient shipped a photo of Todd's Facebook... Wait a minute. The recipient shipped a photo to Todd's Facebook friends.
Okay.
In 2012, she posted a moving video about her predicament soon after she committed suicide.
She committed suicide because her friends saw her tits?
That's what it seems.
Sound like a body image problem there.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
So this girl showed her tits. The recipient shared her tit video or her tits with other people on Facebook, and then she said, I could just kill myself.
Right.
And she did.
Wow.
Investigators say that sextortion is often committed by organized groups rather than individuals who not only recruit agents to extract explicit material from victims.
Wow, they have a whole team for this, huh?
So what I want to know is if these people, this team of people, are contacting teenagers online.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what's going through these teenagers' minds saying, you know what, I'll just take my shirt off.
Yeah, it's like, who is this fucking guy?
Yeah, who is this guy? Oh, I met him on Facebook. He's probably okay.
He's cool. Here, look at my puss.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's a different world.
It's not a world I understand fully anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah. But then they pay monthly incentives for the best performing blackmailer.
Wow.
The Justice Department wrote that it's becoming common for investigations to reveal that a single sextortion offender has been communicating with hundreds of potential victims.
Jeez.
So they basically sit in front of their computer all day and say, hey, how's it going? And they go, fine. How's it going with you? And they go, fine. Hey, you got a webcam? Yeah, pull it up. I want to check you out. Okay, cool. Wow, you're pretty. I bet you got big boobs, don't you? Yeah, I do. Can I see them? No, I don't think so. I don't know you. Come on, man. I bet you look great.
Just once.
Yeah, go ahead. I can't even imagine that.
Good Lord.
Holy shit. Forensic examinations of sextortion offenders' digital media commonly reveal thousands of organized folders containing videos and documentation of their contact with countless minors, often around the world.
Wow.
Who would have known?
I wouldn't have known.
This is just all new shit.
Yeah, it is.
In one 2015 FBI sextortion investigation, the Justice Department wrote, offenders are specifically seeking out those children they consider easy targets because of their demonstrated willingness to post personal content online and engage in live streaming video activity, whether the content was sexually explicit or not.
Yeah.
Here's your favorite guy. President Obama declared April National Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Oh, is it?
This is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Where are your fucking parents?
Yeah, dude, why would you make people that are not responsible for this in any way have to take some responsibility? Why should they be responsible for what their kids do? Stop it. Haven't you been following along the last 8 years? There's no need to have responsibility.
I guess not.
No need to raise your kids. There's no need to have standards. Morals are not allowed in the Obama nation.
Right.
Haven't you figured that out yet? So since you don't need morals, why the fuck would you need somebody to teach you anything?
Right.
Come on, dude. Wake up.
In 2014, USA Today reported that the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force had recorded an increase in sextortion complaints from 5,300 in 2010 to 7,000 in 2013, a 32% rise in 3 years. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children reported that it received more than 800 sextortion-related tips between 2013 and 2015, that 78% of those victimized were female, and that the offender in 3/4 of the cases were seeking more explicit material rather than money or sex.
Okay.
Interpol is also tracking the sextortion. Their website noted that the blackmailer might assume the identity of an attractive man or a woman, then, after gaining the victim's trust, will record footage of the victim in the nude or performing a sexual act.
Nice. I mean, that's terrible.
And threatened to circulate the footage to friends or post it online unless money is paid. But in another version, the engagement between the victim and the criminal is interrupted by a child appearing on the screen during the sex act. The victim then receives a demand, often appearing to come from the police agency, stating that the investigation will be launched unless the victim pays. Wow. The Justice Department said it was collaborating with NCMEC to distribute materials to law enforcement and social service presenters across the country to increase awareness of sextortion. The department also said it would develop training for prosecutors on investigation and prosecution of sextortion cases.
Gilp Dog in the chat room does make a good point, too. I don't like you using the term blackmailer. That's very racist.
Is that racist?
Yeah. I would prefer you use ethnic money stealer.
Right.
Not blackmailer. Let's not cast aspersions here.
Right. So who knew all this was going on?
You got to have fucking coconut-sized balls to go on Facebook and do this shit. To get child porn thrown your way and then try to extort a kid over it. You got to have massive fucking balls, because that has got to be a 10-year sentence, doesn't it?
Well, but you see how that story moved from being college-age girls to being children?
Just like that.
Yeah. Because it started out with these college girls going to, the college.
Right.
And then it turned into child porn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't even imagine what's going on these days. I know that most of the kids are not even on Facebook or Twitter anymore. They're on like Snapchat and shit like that. That's so instant that the parents can't even really track it that well.
Sure.
Because isn't Snapchat like 5 seconds later the picture's gone?
I don't know enough about it to be honest with you.
I think Snapchat is like that. So even if you check your kid's phone every day, you won't see what they were Snapchatting. No, I think. I don't use Snapchat, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Sure.
Oh, what a fucking nightmare.
Well, again, this is the world we live in, and, the people who have children need to be a little more vigilant.
Right.
And, pay attention to what your kids are up to.
Right.
But me, I would never trade places with anybody who has children these days.
No, thank you.
No way.
Especially young ones.
Ugh.
Because what's going to happen? Dude, if it's this bad now, what's it going to be in 5 years? It's going to be real bad.
Can only imagine.
Yeah. Of course, Donald Trump's going to fix everything.
Sure. Well, regardless of what anybody says, I'm voting for the Donald.
Well, again, I'm waiting to see if it's the Donald versus Hillary. If it's the Donald versus Hillary, I'll definitely pull for Donald.
Sure.
If it's the Donald versus that fucking
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, that guy. I'll have to see what Bernie's about. I really don't even know what he's about. I know he's about giving away everything under the sun.
He's a socialist, dude.
Is that what his deal is?
Yeah, he's all about a 90% tax bracket.
Yeah, I won't be voting for him.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah.